Hello dear learners, in today's session we learn about the definition of physical education as well as the objectives of physical education. So you have to learn these definitions by heart, at least a few of them. So I will now tell you the different definitions given by well-known physical educationist and educationist in this session. As per this definition given by Charles A. Boucher, physical education is an integral part of total education. It cannot be separated, an integral part. And it is that field which has its aim to develop an individual physically, emotionally and socially. Physically means the physical structure of the individual develops. Emotionally means his mind, his emotional stability, it develops. And socially fit, he develops certain social values. And it has been done, which have been selected with a view to realizing these outcomes. The activities, the medium of activities, it has been selected. It is separately selected to improve this, that is physical improvement, emotional improvement and social improvement. Now, according to J.B. Nash, physical education is that field of education which deals with big muscle activities, means muscles of our arms, muscles of our legs. Big muscles are means we have to do lot of movements, and it is that field where there is lot of movements and their related responses. And as per Cassidy, physical education is the sum of the changes in the individual caused by experiences centering in motor activity. Because of the motor activity, the changes in an individual which happens because of doing motor activity like jumping, running, these all are motor activities. So what all are the changes which comes in an individual because of the experiences by doing this motor activity is physical education. And as per C.C. Cowell, physical education is the social process of change in the behavior of the human organism, originating primarily from the stimulus of social big muscle play and related activities. That means physical education is a social process whereby an individual changes itself, and they changes it themselves because of their big muscle play and related activities. The activities which physical education offers, like different sports and games or different physical activities, through these activities there is a change in an organism, and this change is positive. So that is physical education as per C.C. Cowell. Now let us see what are the various objectives of physical education. So before going to the objectives of physical education, the word objectives must be clear to you. There is an aim for every endeavor. For every work which we do, there is an aim, there is a goal. In the same way, physical education also has an aim. I have told in the previous session that the aim of physical education goes in line with general education, and that is the development of a wholesome personality. So physical education also aims to develop a wholesome personality, but the way it chooses is a much fun-filled way, so that everyone can take part wholly and thereby develop their whole personality. So the objectives, they are the steps towards these aims. Like we have an aim which is placed somewhere above the staircase, and we have to climb one stair by another, one step by another to reach up to that aim. So in this way, physical education also has certain objectives. So when you fulfill one objective, second objective, third objective, fourth objective, you will reach to your final aim, that is the wholesome personality development or refinement. So let's see what are the different objectives of physical education given by different authors. Objectives of physical education. American Association for Health, Physical Education and Recreation listed 5 major purposes for physical education. They say to help children move in a skilled and effective manner in all selective activities in which they engage in the program of physical education. So that is the first objective of physical education, that is children should move in a skilled and effective manner. Their movement should be very smooth, their movement should be very effective. So they learn, physical education teaches children how to move correctly, how to walk correctly, how to run correctly, how to throw a ball, how to catch a ball, all these basic movements is being taught by physical education, by which the children, they refine their movements, they save their energy. And the second objective is to develop an understanding and appreciation of movement in children and youth, so that their life becomes meaningful. Means these children or youth, they develop appreciation for their movements, the movements become so graceful that they appreciate their movements. So that is the second objective. The third objective is to develop an understanding and appreciation of certain scientific principles concerned with movements. There are certain scientific principles which are applied, like it is like physics applied in physical education. When you shoot from a gun, the Newton's third law of motion is there. So these scientific principles are applied to the movements. We call it biomechanics also. So through this, they understand the scientific aspect. Then to develop sports and games, better interpersonal relationship, that is the relationship between one person to another. This relationship has to be enhanced through participation in sports and games. When individual participates as a team in a sports or a game, they develop a sort of good relationship between teammates and even with the other team members. So this is how they develop good interpersonal relationship. Another important thing is the development of the organic systems of the body, so that they respond in a healthful way to increase demand placed on them. Our organic system, our body systems like nervous system, digestive system, endocrine system, reproductive system, excretory system, all these body system, these physical activities which comes under physical education makes our body system so healthy that these body system, they take up the load which is supplied to them in a very effective manner. As per Lastly, the another objective of physical education, he has given the 5 objectives of physical education. The first one is the organic aspect, that is our body organs, development of that. Second one is the neuromuscular coordination, that is a coordination between your brain and that is the eye, hand and brain coordination, that is neuromuscular coordination. Then the emotional aspect of development, that is your emotional aspect, that how fast you get angry, or how much you can control your anxiety, or how can you control your fear, all these emotions, your ability to manage your emotions, that aspects also get developed when you do physical education activities. Then is the social aspect. Physical education develops the social aspect, that is, it develops the social values by which it makes you efficient while living in a society. And then the intellectual aspect of development too. I hope today's session is clear to all, and if you have any doubt, if you need any clarification, please comment, and you can even personally message me, so that I can come out with more clarifications.